Good morning and welcome to Walks with Moss. Hey buddy, come on up, but not on me. Yay! Trying to keep clean here. Today we're going to explore a logging road I've never been on before, and hopefully we can find some mushrooms. We really should be doing a turkey burn today, or at least sometime this week, but I'm going razor clam digging tomorrow and I don't want to be exhausted from doing a turkey burn hike, so we're just going to do a little hike today. Okay, here we go. Never been here before. I always thought that it'd be trespassing to go here, but I scouted it out and saw it's not trespassing. These woods right here actually look like they could produce some chanterelles. Got some Douglas fir of a reasonable age, maybe between 20 and 30 years old, which means they're just babies because they can live to be about 1,500. But right in there, definitely shows some potential. But I've scouted out some areas on Google Earth by looking at the historical imagery, where I found a spot that hasn't been logged since 2023, not 2023, 2003. This is 2023. So some 20-year-old trees. Hopefully we can find some mushrooms in there, fingers crossed. It's definitely getting late in the season, but I'm still hopeful. Might find some chanterelles. Okay, here's our road to the left. Okay, this is the area that, according to all my calculations, wasn't logged when everything else was. But the trees don't look any bigger there. So I'm not sure what's going on. We'll go up here just a little bit. I'm not convinced I found the right area, even though my map says I'm right at the waypoint I cast for the bigger trees. Bella's down there somewhere. I wish she'd stick close to me. I hear gun blasts in the distance. Well, even though the trees don't look any bigger than anywhere else here, this is the area that I mapped out. And if I go any farther up there, I'll be out of that area. So I'm gonna head back in here. I wish I knew where Bella was. Off chasing something. She will definitely find me though. Oh, there she is. Hey buddy, where you been? I'm glad you came back before I left the road. Good dog. Oh, you were having fun, weren't you? Okay, let's go back here. See what we can find. Right away, I'm finding some possible candy caps again. Here we go. They've got a dry top, and they break like chalk. So let's see what the latex coming out of them looks like. Just cut the gills and it comes right out. See those drops forming there? And those are wider than candy caps are supposed to be. Here's a fun mushroom here. Stropharia ambigua. You can tell by the things that hang down, and they're on the stem. Some of them have fallen too. And right next to this is probably a candy cap. Although that milk is a little bit whiter than I think candy caps are supposed to be, but it's got the rough, dry top. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few of these anyway. Don't actually need my knife. Just a few, just in case these are candy caps. But I don't think they have quite the right texture on the top, and the milk is too white, I think, for this to be a candy cap. So I put 2 or 3 of those candy caps in the bag to check out more when I get home. This is the kind of woods where I often find cauliflower mushrooms, where it's just dead on the ground. And there's some stumps back here. There's not a whole lot going on back here mushroom-wise, though. Got some big stumps. Would have been really cool to see this area before it got logged the first time. At least it's really easy going in here. That's part of why I keep walking through here, even though my hopes aren't terribly high. I got some garbage here. It's like an old bleach bottle. This might be an old road here, with the trees growing up in what was the center rut. The trees are kind of in a line right there. Could be wrong too, though. Oh, 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 oh. What have we got over here? Yes, it's a chanterelle. And it's in pretty good condition for this time of year. All right. One chanterelle. Yay. Apparently there's several different varieties of chanterelles that grow out here. There's Cantharellus subalbidus, which is the white one. And then there's a golden one. And I never bothered to try to sort them all out by common names. I guess this is the golden chanterelle, maybe Cantharellus formosus. I like to get them really clean before they go in the bag. If you put them in the bag dirty, then they all get dirty. So I'll get this nice and clean. One chanterelle for the bag, and this one is going to go in my turkey soup, which I'll make later this week. As soon as I got into this area with ferns, I found my first chanterelle. It makes sense. Not sure what this is. It's reminiscent of a chanterelle, but it isn't, so I'll leave it alone. There's some russulas there. I'm out of sight of the road now. And I tend to get turned around kind of easily, but I'm keeping 2 track logs, one on my phone and one on my GPS, so I shouldn't have any trouble finding my way out of here. I've also got my DeLorme in reach with me, which I can send messages with if I have any problems out here. And I sent my location to both of my children and my father when I parked. Here's some more beautiful, I think they're russulas. Probably not edible. There's only one way to find out though. Let's pull it up. Yeah, that's a russula. See, break the chalk. Yep, breaks in half just like chalk. So, gonna taste it. Oh, yeah, that's, not eating that one. That's peppery. Whoa. Oh my gosh. It'll go away in a little bit. Wow. Yeah. Whatever those are, they're not edible. This has been kind of a funny year for chanterelles. I've been finding them singly a lot, when normally you can find them in big groups. Definitely not as many chanterelles this year as some years, but still enough. I've canned 2 batches of them. My kid's already eaten all of the first batch. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one is a little bit soft. I'll set that there before I clean it. Here's another one here. Oh, very dirty because it's mostly underground. I'll clean that as much as I can in a minute. But over here are some nicer looking ones. Here we go. Try to get all cleaned up all around them. If it was earlier in the year, I wouldn't pluck them because there might be buttons attached to the stems that you pull out when you pluck them. But it's late enough in the year, that's not really an issue anymore. So there's a few we got right here. So chanterelles tend to grow around the drip line of their host tree. So one of these trees here is probably their host. I can't tell which one because they're all about the same size, but maybe this one, or maybe that one. Well, we're kind of on the drip line of this one, so I found one there, and then some here. So it could be this tree here they're growing around. So I can continue in a circle around this tree to look for more, and what do you know? There's some more. Well, there's some over there too that might not be in the same circle, but these are definitely within the circle of the drip line of that tree. This one's pretty far gone too. Might not be able to salvage it. This one over here might be hooked up with a different tree. Maybe this bigger one here. Might not hurt to walk in a circle around that tree. Chanterelles are mycorrhizal. They have a symbiotic relationship with these Douglas fir. They provide the Douglas fir with minerals that the Douglas fir can't easily break down. I'm going to leave these behind. They're just too far gone. Getting kind of frost damage. See where they're discolored right there. The top of this one might be okay, or maybe a few bits of this one, maybe right here. Just that bit there might be okay. Unfortunately, I have already lost my mushroom knife, but I know exactly where I went, and it's not brushy here. And this knife is bright orange. So I've got pretty high hopes that I'm going to be able to find it. This is the last place I saw my mushroom knife when I was cleaning off that chanterelle. This is so aggravating. I want to look for mushrooms, not have to spend the whole day looking for my mushroom knife. I don't understand. It's such a tiny distance from where I last saw my knife. This is crazy. Where did it go? Where did it go? This is so aggravating. This is so aggravating. There it is, I found it. Yes, I found it. These mushrooms caught my eye. There's my knife. Okay. See, bright orange. I shouldn't get that lost. Okay, now we can start mushroom hunting again. Oh, what have we got? What have we got? Looky here. Oh yeah. I think quite a few of these are going to be in good enough condition to harvest too. Got some under here. One right here. This one's probably too far gone. It's so light colored. There. So I'm guessing they might be associated with that tree there. So let's just walk around that tree in a circle, following its drip line, and see what happens. The drip line is the outer edge of the branches. Yeah, I think my theory is right. It's this tree here. There's chanterelle there, and here's some here, and here, and there. Yep, they're all in a circle, I think, around that tree right there. Awesome. Okay, gonna get these picked and cleaned. Here's some gorgeous white mushrooms. I'm not sure what they are. They might be the ones that smell really nice. No, not a lot of smell. They're waxy though, so I think they're hygrophorous. Definitely got a really waxy feeling to the gills. I'm not familiar enough with any of those to try eating them. One day maybe I should take some home. Here's some more beautiful chanterelles. This one's going to be a keeper. Look at that. Yeah. And they're growing in a cluster, maybe around this tree here. So I'll just walk all around that tree. Oops. Broke that one up a little bit. I'm hearing some strange sounds over there. So I'm making sure Bella's okay. Here she comes. Good dog, Bella. Yeah. You stick close, it's hunting season. There's people out there target shooting. Look at these beautiful bright red russulas. Gorgeous. So bright. There's a chance they could be shrimp russulas, but usually they're not quite that bright. I do love shrimp russula though, so I'm gonna taste this. It doesn't smell shrimpy, but it's got no flavor to it. Let's spit that out. And the final test for me, unless I start tasting spice really soon, which could still happen, will be to see if it stains brown when I cut it. That's kind of a definitive thing about shrimp russulas, where you handle them, they kind of stain brown. There is a little bit of staining there. Yeah, I think this is a shrimp russula, but it's just not a color that I'm used to at all. Luckily, there are no russulas out there here in the Pacific Northwest that will kill you. And this one tastes mild. The ones that'll give you diarrhea taste bitter. This one tastes mild. It's acting like a shrimp. It's slimy on top. It's staining a little bit brown. Mild flavor. It's a shrimp. I'm going to take these two home at least. I love shrimp russula. but I'm not used to them being quite this brightly colored. It looks like someone else has been here. I found this chanterelle stem that's been cut cleanly with a knife. And then over here, I found a bunch of red ribbons that might have been a mushroom picker's markers. Didn't find any mushrooms there though. Oh, I think I might see way over there. That might be a chanterelle over there. We'll head that way. Let's see if this thing over here is a chanterelle. Oh, it definitely is. Oh, toilet paper. Darn it. Yuck. So there's definitely been people here recently picking mushrooms and going to the bathroom in the woods. This is a ways back in. I'm kind of surprised. Anyway, here is a beautiful chanterelle. Whoever was here leaving toilet paper, it's been a while since they were here. So I'm still going to find mushrooms back here. Look at the size of this one. Wow, that's a monster. It looks like it might even still be fresh enough to eat. Look at that monster. Wow. And there's a few more here. They seem to be maybe circling this little tree right here. That one looks soggy. No, it's just laying on its side. Not as soggy as it looked. Here's another one. Yay. And what's this here? I don't know what this is. It's like, it was a chanterelle. Let's keep looking in a circle around that tree. And what do you know? Here's another one. We are emerging from these woods now. I have another patch of trees I want to check out as well. But what a good feeling it is to, at home, map out an area that looks like it might have mushrooms, walk right to it, and pick a bag of chanterelles. Pretty cool. I think I'll have a bite to eat before I check out the next spot. Since it's 2 days after Thanksgiving, lunch is a turkey sandwich. Might not eat it all now, but definitely going to have a good share of it. Turkey with mayonnaise and salt and pepper and cranberry sauce. Yum. And Bella, she just ate a bunch of turkey. Maybe I'll give her some more. Yeah. So here's Bella's lunch. Turkey scraps from the bag that I'm going to make turkey soup out of. Yummy lunch, huh? Yeah. Oh, the days are so short. It's noon. The sun's going to set in 4 hours. I've also got a thermos full of coffee. Yeah, not cooking today. Wanted lots of room in my bag for mushrooms. So right back in there is where I found them, but farther back where there's more ferns. I mean, all these areas in here look good. I still think I will walk to the other area that I map, though, just because I want to do some exploring back here today. No, you stay away from my sandwich. Don't you dare, Bella. Don't you dare. Here's some elephant saddles. Some of them are a bit far gone, but here's some good ones here. You can harvest these. Okay, here's the other spot that I marked as potentially having older trees. I think I see a trail right here. Animal trail. I'll just pop in back here and start looking around. See what we can see. Not seeing any chanterelles back here. And this is an area that, nice jump, Bella. This is an area that appears to have been thinned, and I don't have any luck finding chanterelles in areas that have been thinned. Here's part of a very old car. Well, here's something interesting. I think it's in the, and I don't know how to pronounce it, Gymnophilus family. It's growing on wood. It's very orange. Looks like it's going to have yellow or brown spores. Interesting. Sometimes you can tell the spore color of a mushroom without a spore print by looking under a mushroom that's covered by another mushroom. Let's see if the spores have left any stains on the top of this one here. Yeah, maybe some brown there. Here's some witch's butter. I've never eaten this, but I've seen enough people eating it now that I think it's pretty safe. I tasted it just now and it tastes fine. I don't think I'm going to bother with it though. There's not much to it. And it's not my favorite texture in the world. This is kind of interesting. I found a gate behind the gate. And this doesn't look like a good area to explore for chanterelles. But it does look like an excellent place to come back and look for verpas in the spring. Okay, I see what this is. This is an intersection of Green Diamond Land here and Port Blakely Land over here. Interesting. Looks like someone poached a maple tree right there. They just take out a few slices from the base of the tree when they poach them, and then they leave the tree on the ground. So there's the stump there. And there's the tree. I'm back in the woods near my first spot, but on the other side of the road. And the second I stepped off the road, I found chanterelles. Not so many back here farther in, though. Look at these massive stumps, though. This would be a good place to find a cauliflower mushroom. I'm still finding an occasional chanterelle here and there, but I'm not finding any big groups of them up here. It's a lot of work for each one of these. It really is. But I can't think of a better way to spend the day, really. Here's one I haven't seen a lot of this year. Chicken of the woods. Well past its prime, though. Not good eating when it's like this. I'm going to mark this spot, and maybe I'll come back next year at the right time to harvest this. Dropping down to an old road here. They sure dug it out steeply on either side. I wonder if this was actually a railroad track at one point. Oh, and here's a chanterelle right here on this bank. I'll take you home with me. So coming back out onto the road, we actually came down that road. Well, we went up it, and then I walked all the way through the woods to get back down to here. And now we're going to head back towards the car. Going to find a place to eat my lunch and maybe wander off the road a little bit more here and there on the way back to the car. This old gravel pit looks like a good place to have lunch. It looks like columnar basalt that then got folded and moved by tectonic forces. Interesting. I have actually gone 5 miles, and it's going to be 6 miles by the time this hike is done. So I better just conserve my energy and hike on out to the car now instead of doing any more mushroom hunting. And thank you for watching.